What's up, guys? Welcome to Empowered Mindset yet again today. This is now Saturday, March 22nd. And to be honest with you, we're going to keep going on this legacy thing because there's a lot to cover with it. I excuse the mess around me. I am joined in the studio with my boy Kevin. But my main topic I wanted to get to today was very simple: the seeds we sow. Now, everyone talks about success as far as wealthy and the net worth you have, but no one really talks about the true net worth you want to have. So, with that said, I'm going to invite my co host up. As you guys know, Kevin from No Cut Cards. If you guys don't know who the fuck Kevin from No Cut Cards is, where the fuck have you been? What's up, Kevin? How you doing, brother?
What's up, buddy? How you doing, man?
Nah. Before I get started, I do want to lower my desk a little and actually go back to sitting down because, yeah, I'm not going to stand this whole time. So, with that said, let's get to it.
Damn, you short now, boy.
I know, right? Anyways, so like I said, in my personal opinion, I believe our net worth should not be measured in money, but in the help we've given others, such as what we leave behind, whether it be with kids, or our own kids, or people we've mentored. I don't believe that your legacy should be defined by your money, how much your money is worth. Because money is easy come, easy go. Everyone knows that, right? I mean, now there is no way in hell I'm gonna be a millionaire by next year with nothing in the bank right now. You have to invest, right? We know that too. Holy cow, dude! My phone is blowing up over this.
Yeah, turn that on. Oh, what for the podcast?
Yeah, it's just all the notifications that I went live.
Oh, Jesus.
Speaking of which, let me share this out a little bit more for you guys.
Well, you mute that motherfucker. Uh-oh.
I fucking did.
Should have said the F word. Oh, boy.
Oh, shit. Like, if I kept getting in trouble for how many times I use the F word during my life, I wouldn't be in the state that I'm in, right?
Oh, my God. The amount of times I've used it today alone would have got me fucking killed. See?
Yeah. So, anyways, for everyone joining the live, thank you guys very much for being here. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, and I think Instagram, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. It looks like we are, but I can't tell. Maybe we're not. Oh, now we're live on Instagram. My bad. Now we're live on Instagram. I'm sorry. For those of you guys coming in from Instagram, I didn't even know I could do the whole Instagram thing. So here we go. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Some of the greatest lessons that I could ever remember.
Oops, my fault.
What was that?
I'm hitting buttons and shit. Don't worry about it.
Oh, speaking of which, I do need to put out a warning.
Oh, Jesus.
Don't forget to check out fsp.org. And also, don't forget to go to ultisubs.com, Rat Pack. Use code Rat Pack off your order. Get 10% off. Anyways, so normally I do that when I'm drinking an ulti, but I can't fill my cup or my ulti. And I just made a cup of ulti, which I'm kind of pissed off about. But that happens. So back to the topic. I believe that what our value is worth is what we leave behind. Not necessarily money, not necessarily objects, but lessons, traditions. As I've said before, I've left a tradition behind for my daughters to continue with their daughters. Every birthday, I take both my oldest daughters and we go out to eat. We go to a movie, and that's how we celebrate their birthdays. Well, my oldest daughter, Gabby, has stated that her and Tot want to continue that on with their kids and still celebrate their birthdays together, which I think is fucking cool. That means twice a year they each celebrate with each other. Some forms of sowing the seeds could be like, and Kevin, I'm going to use you. Kevin is actually, honestly, the one that really put the foot in my ass to get this shit done, right? So with that said, we got a comment. WD, what? Narp. Well, welcome in, WWE Championship belts. I don't know what Narp is, but hey, whatever. I'm almost 40 years old, so yeah, I'm kind of old. Um, but no, seriously, I can hand you $100, and yeah, you're gonna remember I handed you $100 when you need it. But when I'm gone, is that what you're gonna say at my eulogy? No, you're not gonna say that at my eulogy. Like, "Oh, he was a kind guy, helped me out when I needed it. I knew I could count on him," right? Those are the things that actually add value to you. I don't believe money actually add values because no one's gonna remember how much someone loaned them, right?
Right.
They're
Well,
gonna remember.
it's value as value, right? Like money has a value. What you offer obviously has a value, right? So you're saying, okay, maybe someone at your eulogy wouldn't say, "Oh, this guy hand me $100," right? No one,
Mhm,
you wouldn't remember that part. But it's okay. Yeah, I remember when I was down and out. This guy handed me $100, and now I built $1 million company, and now I am providing this and this and this to the world, to the community, make better lives. So it's value is value, no matter how you look at it. It's not all about money. Obviously, it's
yeah,
not all about it, but the more honestly, the more money you have, the more you can help. In all honesty, now,
yeah,
but they're also separate. It's about the value that you provide, throughout life. You don't
I
have to have
completely
money to change people. You don't have to have money to change people's lives. Not at all. You don't have to have that, right? But you can change more lives with it if you think about it. On a bigger scale. It just depends on the value that you provide and what you want to provide. So
yeah,
you know, so I mean, it's, again, some people think that their net worth and their finances are what they had to leave behind, and in some cases it is. In some cases that makes some detrimental effects on a lot of people, but it doesn't necessarily take that to do it.
yeah, which I agree. I can agree to that, but, I mean, who's gonna remember your traditions more than your family or your kids, you know? Like, so, I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you have time to spend with your kids, be there for you, you know what I mean? So,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm even guilty of that. I've said it many times. I'm guilty of that. There's times that, I'm doing work or I'm trying to get something done, I don't have them on me. Yeah, I do. They're in my folder. You know, I'm doing work. I've been working on these for the past couple months, right? So with that said, it's like I spent a lot of my time doing that. I spent a lot of my time on those. So what had to sacrifice there? And in my opinion, what had to sacrifice is unfortunately my kids. My kids had to understand, hey, dad's doing school. He's trying to make a better life for us. But always make sure you try to make time. I don't care if it's an hour out of the day for your kids. Make time for that. Um,
Yep.
I think one of the biggest problems we have in today's society is we with our busy schedules. I hate to bring it up, but phones, all that. We often forget that to put those down and go spend time with your kids. Go watch a movie with them, even if it's a movie, popcorn, cupcakes, whatever. You know, those are the things that like actually helps our children grow. You know, I could say for certain, my kids, my little girls, they'll never have what is known as daddy issues because they know their daddy's going to be there no matter what. Thank God. You know, um, my boys, they're never going to be afraid to do anything because I've always told them, put your mind to it, you can get it done. I proved it with this. I proved it with my personal training stuff. You
Mhm.
know, but which is a question I have for all the audience. You know, what is it? What is it that you know for a fact that you've taught your kids without actually having to talk to them about it?
Mhm.
You know, is it work ethic? Is it the fact that knowledge is power? That's something else I tell my kids all the time. Knowledge is power. The more you
Yep.
know, the more powerful you get.
Yep. No, that's true. And the thing well, you're saying that, there's really no such thing as like a work life balance. Like there really isn't. I mean, when you're
No.
maybe at a certain point down the road, but when you're growing and you're trying to build yourself and build your family and build the value, build the legacy you leave behind, right? There at first there is no work life balance. There is none. If you think that you can balance out what you're trying to build and what you're in your kids and your family, it's not possible. It doesn't work. It doesn't mean it has to be all this and all this and none of this. It doesn't mean that. But there is no such thing. And if you try to make it that way, you'll never build the value that you want to be able to build. You got to sacrifice somewhere. There's no way around. You got to sacrifice somewhere, and it doesn't mean you got to sacrifice all the time with your kids, all the time with your family. All that, it doesn't mean you have to sacrifice all of it, but there is going to be a sacrifice, right? And the more you're willing to sacrifice, and honestly, the more you're willing to sacrifice, the more opportunity that you're going to have. If you're not willing to sacrifice anything that you like or anything that you love, you're not going to get shit. It's just not going to work, right? But it doesn't mean. But again, it doesn't mean you sacrifice everything. But that goes what we're talking about what you want to leave behind and what your the value you want to leave behind. It's really all about how you change people's lives in whatever way it might be. Doesn't have to be money. It can be money. Doesn't have to be. But it's how you change lives. And I think that's what a lot of people. I feel like a lot of people want to, and a lot of people think they are. But when you're,
give me 1 second.
Uh-oh, here we go. No, I don't know what the hell is going on with this one. Maybe he's having a technical problem. We'll go with that. But either way, anyone who tells you that, you have to build a value with money, it's not true. But again, it's to each their own. And if that's what gets you to grow, to show a value with money and making it, go for it. There's nothing wrong with making money. Everyone thinks that making money is selfish. If you have a lot of money, you're evil and you're fucking selfish and shit. It's really not that way. It's just not. If the more money you have, the more you can help. Now, if you have a buttload of money and you don't do anything about it, right? If you don't do anything about it, then yeah, you're a selfish piece of shit. That's just how that works. But as long as you're a good, decent person and you start making more and more money, you can actually provide way more value. And he's back, I think.
I got my headset stuck on the thing because I didn't turn it right. All right.
And Cassie put a comment. So you can always give money, but teaching someone something lasts longer. No, absolutely. And that's true. Giving, and that's the thing. And that's where I was going, is just giving people shit. It doesn't do anything. It's just giving people. It doesn't do anything. They have to learn how to use it, what to do with it. Absolutely. 100%.
Hoorah, Rick. Hey, come join us over here on Empower. Here, you know what? Let me get it up here. I got someone over on Facebook that's wanting to be a part of the live.
I'll say, Cassie, again, you're 100% right. If you notice, most people that are given shit, I'm not trying to be an asshole, they're pieces of shit. And not all of them. I mean, there's exceptions to every rule, get me wrong. But people that are just given everything, they are not the same type of being as someone who actually earned it and learned how to get it. Whole different ballgame. That's why I really respect these. And I've known quite a few of them that they're, the family had tons and tons of money, tons, but the kids were not allowed to get any until they were at a certain age, or until they built and did certain things. Then they were allowed to get the trust fund, so to speak. But they had to learn life before they were able to get it. And that honestly destroys a lot of people, because you cannot just give anybody everything or a bunch of money, because they'll be dead. I mean, I'm just being honest.
They'll be broke by the end of the week.
Well, I mean, you give somebody that's, let's say, a drug addict, an alcoholic, someone that's a serial killer. You give them $1 million right now, people will be dead in a week. It's how it works. You have to have the responsibility to know how to use it, which means building it. And hard work.
If you gave me $1 million right now, you know what I'd do? I'd go spend it on a bunch of shit I don't need, because you know why? I didn't work for it. Easy come, easy go. Right? There's a saying that says, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime, right? That saying's true. That saying's true. And why we don't use that more often and actually think about that, if you could teach someone how to make good money off doing anything, would you want to do that? Or would you just rather give them $100 a week to sit there and not do anything, not learn anything? Now, this is my biggest issue with a lot of people, especially in industries that if you taught people how to do that, how to do your industry, and taught them how to work that, hate to say it, but the industry would crash on some cases. But if you taught people like you, how me and you've been talking, and we're kind of learning this whole podcast thing together. I think the first couple of weeks that me and you were, we were doing this, we were researching videos. We were seeing how other content creators did their videos, other podcasters did those videos. And it's like, I got thinking, all right, so how can we implement these things that these people are doing into our podcast to make our podcast better? Which one thing that I realized, hey, Mohawk, come on.
What's up, buddy?
You don't ever have to apologize, man. I get you, and I got you.
I've been MIA for a while too, so don't feel bad. I can't
Y'all
talk
don't know.
I'll be a
Mohawk
hypocrite.
Wyatt. Mohawk Wyatt is an amazing wood burning artist, and I call him a wood burning artist because he does not use any kind of machines. It's all hand drawn and hand burned. It's amazing.
Shit is awesome. Looks so good.
So if y'all can go over to Facebook, look at Mohawk Wyatt. I'm telling you right now, this is all hand drawn. So his prices are not like, they're not minuscule. I'll tell you that right now. And here shortly, I believe I'm getting one of his pieces of work. Beautiful piece, and I can't wait.
And they're not supposed to be cheap. It's a fucking art form,
dude, bro.
Hell yeah, absolutely.
His work is beautiful. You know what, Mohawk, I got to do it, man. I'm sorry, I got to do it. I got to do it, man. I got to do it. I can't help it. Every time I see his artwork, if you guys don't know who this man is, he's an amazing artist. That's all I gotta say. Amazing freaking artist. This is the newest one he's done. Share screen. Okay. Oh, wrong one. Nope. Yeah. All right. Check this out. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork. Okay. There's more. There's more. There's more.
That's cool.
Check that out. And I do believe you did this too, right? Right? Thanks, fam. Should have been there yesterday or today. I didn't get it today or yesterday, but I will get it soon, I'm sure. This one I love too. Freddie Mercury.
Awesome. That is awesome.
I got to be careful. This one speaks volumes, which actually brings it back to what we will be discussing soon. Soon we will be discussing this. And give me 1 second. That's badass. I'm not done. Y'all know who Piper Alley is. Amazing amazing on the bagpipes. But this is like, look at that. This is all hand drawn, y'all.
That's
hand
cool.
drawn. So with that said, y'all go check out my boy Mohawk Wyatt over on Facebook. Y'all got the money and y'all want something done in some wood burning. Get it done, guys, because he is amazing. Now, with that said, gots to do it. Yeah, gots to do it. Gots to do it, Tracy. Anyways, for those of you guys on Facebook or Instagram, I just want you to know we are over here on YouTube. What's up, Equestrian Trail Rider over on Instagram? Like I said, we are over here on YouTube talking about the real wealth of this world. Like I said, the real wealth of this world has nothing to do, and I'm going to say it one more time, nothing to do with actual money and everything to do with what we leave behind on the world, what we teach people, how we make new innovations. Me as a parent, I know what I'm leaving behind on this planet for my kids is that the willingness to never give up. Whether you're in your darkest fucking moments, you're going to fucking keep pushing. You're going to keep pushing so fucking hard that you're going to make everyone wonder, who the fuck is this guy? You're going to push yourself to a point to where you're like, if all this bad shit didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be who I am now. And I'm fucking amazing. I in my opinion, I already believe I'm the best there ever is. Right. But I also know that there's always gonna be someone better. So what am I striving to be? Better than I was yesterday, right? I'm always going to be the best version of myself that I am today, but I'm always gonna be striving to be a better version. Chase that, guys. Chase that. Teach your kids that. Teach other people that. Keep pushing forward. No matter what you do, keep pushing forward.
Yep. And something also, a lot of people don't see this either. I know a lot of people think they're in really shitty spots, situation, whatever. But, there are, believe it or not, pretty much every single one of us, there is, no matter how shitty you think you're doing, there is someone that's looking up to you. There's someone that is actually looking at you like, holy fuck, how's this person getting through this? So and a lot of people say, oh, no, that's not true. No, it is. In all honesty, you're an inspiration to somebody that you don't even know who they are. You might have no idea they even exist. Right.
Yep.
So if you think about it, you're really providing a value every single day. You don't even know it. So if you're better than you were yesterday, if every single day you're better, you're providing more and more value every single day. So by the time you do pass away, whatever, however the hell long that is, look at all the value you provided, your entire life.
Dude, I
Good
literally
Lord.
just turned all this down and it's all like going crazy on me. What the heck, man? Let me try to silence this stuff. There we go. There we go. I tell my kids, don't come in here while I'm doing the podcast. Let me just focus on this podcast. But they mess with me.
Hey, they did what you said.
Hey, they're smart. I'm telling you, they're
it.
smart kids. Yes, always chase the better you. If y'all don't know who Sky Captain is, he's an amazing YouTube creator. I'm not sure if he has any videos on his YouTube, but he's another one that I've known all my life. Been my brother since day one. Actually, I can't say that because actually I used to pick on him in school, and his sister is the one that got me to stop by beating me up. Yes, I said that. You all heard it. Yes, yes. And ever since then, me and him have been best friends. It's because I had a crush on his sister. I'm pretty sure. Like I don't anymore, but I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But Sky Captain has been my best friend, my gaming buddy, and everything since like ever. So, Austin, I know you're backstage. I see you there.
What's up, buddy? Hey, goofy motherfucker.
He had to message me. Yeah. Says it right here. I'm actually gonna put this up because this actually needs to be proven. Yes, I got my whooped. But anyways, y'all, once again, this is actually a buddy I can actually say has taught me some lessons in life that even from when I was going through my hard times, because yeah, I must say it. There was a time I was really dark when I was in school and I didn't want no one. I hated everyone. I'm not kidding. I hated everyone. And unfortunately I took it out on Tracy and I've apologized. Believe me, like this has been almost 20 years ago and I still to this day apologize to him every chance I get. Yo, remember in high school, I still apologize because that's one regret I have. I regret being that person. But him, Cassie, and a few other of our friends actually helped me see, who I am, and why I was being that way. So that's kind of a seed they sown in me and I've been sowing in my kids. Look, it's not necessarily because they don't like you. It could be because they're not in the right headspace themselves, which is kind of cool that he taught me that because, like I said, he's one of my best friends. Anyways, back to what I was saying, let's go back to the, you can teach a man you can give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish, he'll eat for life. Yeah, that's the same thing goes with life today. You can give a man a job and guess what? You don't have to worry about feeding him, paying his bills or anything like that. Or you can keep paying his bills and feeding him every day. And then what? And you're stuck doing it, right? So give him a job, find him a job, help him find a job. Some people you just got to be like, hey, let's go look. Let's go to Walmart. Let's go to McDonald's. That's another thing that I've always told my kids and I've always said myself. I am never too good to go flip burgers to make sure my family's taken care of. Now I'm gonna say this: if you think you're too good to flip burgers or even or even go pull carts from the cart bin back into the store, you got the wrong mindset, man. I'm sorry. If you ever think you're too good to push a broom, grab a rake, and rake some leaves, you got the wrong mindset, y'all.
Yeah.
That.
Truthfully, if you think you're too good for anything, in my opinion, honestly, that's how I say. If you think you're too good of a person, if you're too upper echelon to do anything, honestly, I think you're a piece of shit. But I definitely don't. We're not on the same wavelength. There's no way because you will do whatever you have to. You might not like it, right? You might not like it. And that's the same thing with managers and leaders. Same thing. A leader will jump right in there and do it with you.
Yep.
A manager will just tell you how to do it or tell you to do it. A leader will jump right in.
All right.
And a leader is not someone who's going to be too good.
I don't know if I could pull him up because I think he's kind of busy. But if I can, I would like to pull up Austin, because the simple fact is, I could have set everything up on his and Cassie's podcast because they have a podcast every other weekend. So next weekend all of us, or is it just them? I think it's just them, right?
Fuck, I don't know.
I don't remember. We'll figure that out later. But I could have set everything up for him every time. Or, yep, he's staying backstage. I ain't dealing with that noise. Sorry, Austin.
Yeah, what the fuck that was? Hell no.
I think they're driving. That's it. But anyways, back to what I was saying. I could set them up every weekend, set up all the little tabs you guys set up. Because I'm telling you right now, anyone that knows anything about setting up content creation like this knows this isn't just turn on a camera and go. There's a lot of research behind it that we have to do every week to figure out what the hell we're going to talk about. I think they're working on something called JJ Does Tybo or something like Tybuckle or something like that. JJ Tybo or something like that.
Tybo.
He said, try now. I don't know. It's not something I ever did. Yeah.
It's JJ did Ty Buckle.
Buckley. Gotcha. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Now, I could have set everything up for him every time, right? But that would kind of defeat the purpose of me having Cassie and him do it every other weekend from us. I know he's probably back there griping it because I kicked him off the stage again.
He's all pissed off. I can.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, I'm probably going to get my ass kicked tomorrow. That's okay though. I'll deal with it. By the way, I'm just joking. He's probably back there laughing his ass off, knowing him. But JJ Does Ty Buckle Lee. And the reason why he says Lee, the reason I say Lee is because he hates it. He thinks it's stupid that they add the extra E. I don't care. But anyways, so every other week he's doing the acronym of JJ did Ty Buckle. Okay. I think I pronounced it right. If I didn't, I don't care. Go to his podcast. It's on next weekend. Y'all figure it out. But once again, I could have done it every weekend for him, but that would kind of defeat the purpose of me taking the second weekend off or every other weekend off to do this, right? So what did I do? I brought him into the studio. I gave him my account, told him this is how you do it. And I walked him through each step. Now, does he do it right every time? No, because I noticed it's not going live on Facebook for us. Instagram, by the way, we won't be live on Instagram again because, it's just not worth it. Matter of fact, sorry, guys, but we're going to end Instagram. If y'all want to see it, come over to Empowered Mindset on YouTube. You'll be able to see it. Y'all over on Facebook, if y'all want to come over to Empowered Mindset, y'all be able to see it. But we're going to end the live over here on Facebook and Instagram. So we'll go ahead and do that. All right. Cancel. Oops. I don't know what the hell I just did. I hope I didn't screw it up. Okay, so apparently I can't end it on Facebook unless I end the live, and I'm not going to end the live right now. So with that said, I guess Facebook, you're lucky you guys get to keep us going.
What's this now?
No, discard that. I don't even care about Instagram. Sorry, I really don't.
You know something funny too.
What's up, Big Daddy? Welcome in.
You know something funny though is also when I agree. You can't just give people everything or do it for them. They don't learn. But at the same time, what's funny is how many people have you in the past have you tried to give shit to and they won't even take it. Like, you know what I mean? Like some people won't take because they want to do it themselves 100%. But how many opportunities have you given people? And oh no, I'm not taking that. And they don't do shit. Right. Yeah. So I've learned that too, is like, with one thing I'll try to give people is opportunity. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love helping people. Don't get me wrong. I love that. But as far as like more severe things, like I'll give people an opportunity, but I'm not going to force you to fucking do it because they want you. A lot of people want the opportunity and they want you to do it for them. And they want to, and then it's just, that's how it usually works. And it sucks. I wish it wasn't that way, but there are a lot of people that do that.
Yeah.
They want the opportunity. They want the opportunity, but then they want to skip all the shit in the middle and get to the end of what the opportunity provides.
That kind of goes with relationships too. I mean, we can go into relationships on that end because I mean, you can give everyone, and I don't mean like relationships as romantic. It can be romantic, professional, friendships, whatever. You can give people the opportunity to be with you, but you can't force them. You know what I'm saying? You can't force someone to like you. You can't. I tell my kids that all the time. You can't force everyone to like you. You might as well just get used to it, because there's going to be people out there who don't like you. They're going to fucking hate you, even if you did nothing wrong to them,
Yep.
And I tell them that because I want them ready for their next stage. Because most of my kids are teens now. They're getting ready to go into adulthood. And that's a fact. Sometimes personalities clash, and there's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is show respect. You show respect even though they treat you like shit. You show respect. Guess what? You're always going to be known as having that respect. But the moment you decide to fly off the handle and hit someone, guess what? You're known to be what? Hot-headed. You could be dealing with bullshit for fucking months, weeks, whatever. What's up, Quincy? Welcome in. That's my nephew. By the way, if you can, come over to Empowered Mindset over here on YouTube. Give us a like. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more. We will be putting out videos soon as well. I did want to mention that. Especially, I'm going to be doing a lot more gym videos soon, so be prepared for that.
Well, another thing I was saying. Sorry, another thing I was saying with is I think I made a mistake a million times, and I think everyone does this. Is you try. Let's say you give friends, family, whatever, doesn't matter who it is. So, a relationship that you have with whoever, is you give opportunities and you keep giving them, and then what it does. It doesn't become you giving opportunities anymore. It becomes you giving everything that you have, and that person taking advantage of it, and not actually giving you what you want, which is them to succeed or them to be a better person. I have had that happen so many times now.
That comes to a point where it's no longer sowing a seed in a person to teach them; it's becoming them using you for what you got. Oh, hey, all they got to do is give you a sob story, and they're going to help you out, right?
Yeah.
Fuck that. Teach that person to work. Teach that person how to make money, and you ain't got to worry about it, right?
Yep.
Give me money right here. Put it here. Give me money. That's what it's going to be if you just keep doing that. But eventually, you just got to say, hey, let's do this. Let's figure out where the fuck you're spending money, and try to figure out your expenses, and let's see how we can fix it to where I don't have to loan you money. Instead, you're making money and you ain't got to need me, right?
Right, but the difference is that a lot of times
I'm telling you, I need to get a new chair.
Well, a lot of times they will be there to take that money from you, right? And then as soon as you say, "Okay, it's over," cutting that line, guess what happens? They're gone.
Right there, I'm gonna put this up. I gotta put this up. This rocks. Facts. You can't help people who don't want to help themselves, right? So
right.
There comes a time when you're trying to help people, and then the time where they're not really wanting help. They're just wanting what?
One handout. They
take advantage.
They take advantage.
I don't need your handout. Well, here's a fact. Fact or fact. Okay. There are people out there that are in tough spots. I'll give it that. And those are not the people I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
The people I'm talking about are the people that, are working a job but still having to borrow money every week, right? Why are you borrowing so much money? They're not on drugs. They're not alcoholics. They don't have a bunch of kids. Why the fuck do you need that much money? What are you spending your money on?
It's situational, right? You don't know, right? That's what, you don't know. That's all. It is. It's all situational. Everyone's life is different. Obviously, everyone's got different shit going on. But at the end of the day, you think about it is, and we all do. We all get pissed when you find out, even just not even romantic relationship, just friendships or whatever, family, friends, anything, is you've known them for so long, and then you finally at some point you're like, man, like this motherfucker's taking advantage of me. Like I've been doing it for years and years. But the problem is, and this is something that I had to accept myself, is if you are allowing them to take advantage of you, it's just as much your fault as it is theirs. If they're if you're giving them everything, whether it's money, energy, opportunity, it doesn't matter. If you're giving them all of you, and they are getting nothing in return, which when I give somebody something, my return, what I want in return is them to do better. That's all I want. That's it. And when you keep giving that out and not getting that in return as far as them doing better, and you keep doing it, it's just as much your fault as theirs. You're enabling it.
Yep, I agree.
You're looking
trying to figure out. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who Raidery Snake is, but I'm not sure. That's all right. I don't need to know, I guess. Well, Raidery Snake, I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but welcome in. Thank you for being here. We do appreciate it. Welcome to Empowered Mindset. I don't think I've ever seen you here before, but thank you for being here. Now, I'm going to use Big. Oh, it's my nephew. My bad, buddy. I'm sorry. I did not know. Now I feel like a jerk.
You are.
Anyways, guys. Yeah, I know. Apparently he does a lot of let me see. See what kind of stuff does he do? Fortnite.
Wish I
Leave
could
it to
see
a
that
kid.
shit.
Fortnite. He does a lot of Fortnite stuff, y'all. What's up, Big? Anyways, I'm gonna bring something back to Big too, because me and Big we talk a lot, and I mean a lot. Like, well, you guys all know, he pretty much lives close by. We hang out a lot and all that. We've talked a lot about business and stuff like that. And I think, Kevin, I told you about my F-350 that I have and everything like that, and the trailer I got. And me and him have been talking about, hey, let's put it to work. Hauling old cars back, getting them fixed up, restoring them. Which, guess what? My brother does the same thing out in Ohio, right? So, no, that's one of the things we talked about. Another thing we talked about is just, I can't remember. There's been so much we've talked about, but I mean, these are things that like we try to figure out how can we level up? How can we level up? Got to remember, once again, back to sowing those seeds. Once you level up, guess what? You have the choice of putting your hand back and leveling someone else up, or you have a choice of, here you go, here's free money, free money, free money, free money. And what's that going to do? Constantly giving handouts. That's why I say lessons are better than money. Lessons are better than wealth, in my opinion, because I could teach people how to do what I do, or I could just do it for them and they'll never learn. They can't make anything off it.
Well, a lot of times, remember, a lot of times it goes hand in hand. A lot of times lessons will create that wealth and money as well. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, in my opinion, you don't learn shit from success. You learn all from failing. You know what I mean? I mean, you really do. You just learn your ass off from there.
There's a reason why I did this. I like teaching, and that's what better way to make money. I'll teach you how to get better. I'll teach you how to eat right. I'll teach you how to work out, get your stuff back together, right? But it's going to cost you, unfortunately. Because why? If I hand it out for free, that's all my hard work going for nothing. So quit handing out your knowledge for free. Teach people, yes. Thank you, Big. I think you've already said that a million times. I appreciate it. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate it. That sounded like a dick thing to say, didn't it?
Who is that? I was getting ready to say if we said anything about them in there.
Big Daddy is actually my cousin who lives right here.
Right.
But
that's right.
More like a brother, but he lives right here where I live. Not where I live.
Yeah.
That sounds wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, time is money. Exactly. I wouldn't expect Cassie. Now, there's a difference. I mean, you could do pro bono work. You could do pro bono work. Cassie, I guarantee, if Cece's. What? Hard Lake Sins are the best teachers.
What is
hard
it?
lessons? Hard lessons. Got it. The hard lessons are the best teachers. Got it. Look, I'm having to decipher Two Vets' language, okay?
Oh, Jesus.
I love you, Two Vets, but damn.
Yeah, never mind.
I'm just messing with you. But yeah, so, and yes, I did work very hard. Matter of fact, I think it was like 3 days on one test because I didn't know it was open book and I can actually research my answers and all that. I felt stupid.
Hey, but you did it.
I'll tell you right now. The funny thing is every single time that I had to retake the test, every single time I was just like the same, a couple points off. This time, because I actually took the time and actually learned and all that. Oh, he's using voice text. That's why. Anyways, every time I'm wearing a Two Vets t-shirt. You're not wearing a Two Vets t-shirt. There's no way you're wearing a Two Vets t-shirt. We don't have them. I know what you are wearing, though. You're wearing a No Cut Cars t-shirt. Speaking of which, y'all, go check out nocutcars.com. Check out the merch store. They got amazing t-shirts. I only got one of them right now, but I'm working. I will buy another one because I want the badass one they got. And he's going to have to make it for me.
I still got to get those resent. Remember, there's 20 of them.
Dude, I've handed all those out.
about
Yeah, I
40
wonder.
something
I
like
wonder if
that.
that's why you're getting more whatever. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
I don't
But
know.
forgot to mention, by the way, Empowered Mindset will. I didn't look. Just put it on. Yeah, it's not a Two Vets t-shirt. It's a No Cut Cards t-shirt.
If you're getting me and Two Vets mixed up, I'm about to get pissed.
Yeah. He does mindset. He does
Oh
dog
Jesus!
training.
You're like,
Oh yeah. That's because he's down at the bottom. So I'm like,
oh, be careful what you're saying. Might get in trouble.
but no, for real though. We are getting a website going for Empowered Mindset. We will have merch on there soon. I can't wait. I'm actually looking forward to it. We're actually trying to come up with quotes and stuff to actually put on the merch that is actually going to help people feel better about themselves and grow. You know, on top of that, I'm also working on trying to get a few other things in the works to put on the website. So, according to Two Vets, he's the cuter one. I think I'm the cutest one of them all. So
It's a pretty shitty. It's a pretty shitty decision to make here.
it's a hard one. It's a hard one. But yeah, so here shortly, like I said, we're gonna have merch up on the website. We're actually gonna have a full website. It is not up yet. So when it is, we'll put it out there. We do have a Discord now. Unfortunately, to keep the trolls out, we are actually using Patreon to allow people in there. I think it's like $5 to get in though. We're working also on getting other spots for being the
Nah, you're my last choice.
Who? Oh, God. But we are working on getting some VIP areas for the Discord. Definitely check out the merch. All right, awesome. Thank you, Nick. But I am working with Mr. No Cut Cards over there on trying to get merch set up to where we can actually have the Muscle Daddy and Muscle Mommy shirts that we want to put out. I also want to try to get a shirt that says Muscle Baby. And that'll go for all that's going to go for all sizes, including children's, because I think it'd be funny. I mean, can you imagine me jumping on here with a Muscle Baby shirt? That'd be kind of cool, huh?
As long as you get like an extra small, like extra small,
extra small. Yeah, like you know the plastic Hulk shorts that they're wearing on TikTok and all that. Yeah, I don't know if y'all seen it, but it's not pretty. But that's the kind of shirt I'm gonna get. It's gonna be a belly shirt. It's gonna come up to here. It's gonna look more like a sports bra.
You gotta go to the toddler section, but get a shirt and wear that son of a bitch.
I shop at the Gap, extra small.
That's
right. But yeah. Welcome in, SB. Who's SB? Wait a minute. I don't know who SB is. Do I know who SB is? I don't know who SB is. Let's see. Who's SB? S Love. I don't know.
That's all right. Welcome in anyways.
Welcome in. I don't know if you've been here before, but welcome in. Thank you for joining. I am me. I'm Deseret. This is Kevin from No Cut Cards. We have Austin down in the backstage. And we on this channel basically speak our mind. We talk about mindset. We're going to be talking about fitness and nutrition eventually, which is actually something I'm an expertise in. Well, not expertise. I wouldn't say expertise because I just passed everything. So, but anyways, this guy right here, he is 3 times no cutoff. Well, good material. Oh, for No Cut Cards. Yeah. No cuts fits well.
Yeah. Awesome. Hell yeah. Awesome. Good stuff. Appreciate it. But
anyways. Oh, I know. Hi. I know who it is.
Oh, shit.
I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah. Now, we are setting up a website. We are setting up the Discord, getting everything all set up. Like I said, as soon as I can, I will be getting the Muscle Daddy, Muscle Mommy, and Muscle Baby shirts. Those 3 are going to be our starters. On top of course, the Empowered Mindset logo. Because under the logo, I will have it saying "Empower Yourself." Okay. Because I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't empower yourself, no one's going to do it for you. If you're not out there trying to grow yourself, there ain't a fucking soul out there that is going to care enough to worry about you to try to help you out. You need to learn to love yourself and make yourself grow, because I'm going to tell you right now, on the other side, as I've said many times, on the other side of heartache, letdowns, your dark area, is the greatest thing to ever happen to you, and that's called your breakthrough. Your breakthrough is going to teach you how to be who you are.
And if you don't believe in yourself, you're fucked. Remember, you remember something. I say this. I've said this a lot. Is, treat yourself right, because you're the only one that's guaranteed to be with you when you die. You're the only one guaranteed to be with you for your entire life. Just you. So the way some people treat other people, like in a great way, you treat others amazing. Treat yourself the same fucking way, because you are the
disagree.
only one. Oh yeah, how's that?
Because the voice in my head said they're going to be with me the rest of my life.
That's a whole different ball game. But
no, straight out, he is right. You're the only one that you can actually know that's going to have your back all the time. I think it was 50 Cent that said something, because he was asked straight out. He goes, everyone is always asking, who has my back? Who has my back? Ain't no one got my back, because I've always had to have my own back. You have to have your own back. You have to know how to depend on yourself, because if you try to depend on other people, you're setting yourself up for a possible failure. I'm not saying everyone's going to let you down. Not everyone's going to let you down. I'm not saying that. But you got to understand there's times that you can only count on yourself.
And you know what's funny? It's you are also the hardest one to trust is yourself by far.
Facts.
And it is the hardest to treat yourself right than
anybody. Well, you got to think we are our worst judge of characters, right? When we look in the mirror, what do we see? We see the worst parts about us. I mean, you can ask SB right there. There have been so many times I've been down on myself, straight out. She's known me for a long time.
I know who that is.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure it out. I was like,
I don't want her name mentioned. Thank you.
I ain't gonna say shit.
All right. Because I don't need. Yeah. Anyways, the hell?
The fuck was that?
My light went out. What the heck? Oh, give me a sec. That was bright.
Jesus.
Oh, that hurt. No. I'm just going to put it out this way. Love of my life. But anyways, back to what I was saying, guys. One, when you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you say? And I want you to honestly answer that. I don't care if it's a bad thing. I want you to, you don't have to put in the comments, by the way. I literally just want you to honestly answer. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you say? God, that is way too bright, dude. That's bright in my eyes.
I'm pretty sure I'm getting a fucking tan over here on this side.
I apologize, guys. That was bright for you. I'm sorry, but back to what I was saying. The worst judge we have in our lives, and I wasn't meaning to judge a character. I mean, the worst judge we have in our lives is ourselves, y'all. It's ourselves. Yeah. I guarantee when you look in the mirror, you think about how stupid you are, how ugly you are. Well, God, I wish I was a little bit stronger. I wish I was a little bit richer. I wish I wish I didn't have all this weight I was carrying around. I wish I was a little bit bigger. For me, I do. I look in the mirror, I'm like, God, I'm so weak. I should be like jacked up like Kevin, muscle daddy over there. Get
out of here, that shit. But no, but you're right. It's I'm stupid. I'm lost. I'm worthless. I'm like I said, I look like shit. I feel like shit. I'm not going to be anything. And the thing is, we are programmed to be negative. We're all programmed to be negative.
I got a good one, and I guarantee most of the parents in our chat's going to hear this one. I wish I was a better parent. I wish I was a better father. I wish I was a better mother. But guess what, guys? Guess what? Ain't no child come with a goddamn manual. We're all out here doing the best we can. And we're all stuck on this beautiful, beautiful rock. And it is beautiful. Whether you guys want to admit it or not, it's beautiful. It's the certain people in it that make our lives shitty. But I'm telling you right now, if you're a parent and you are down on yourself right now, and I'm going to use SB's thing, you're doing great. You don't have to be a perfect parent. You just have to be there. 90% of being a parent is just showing up, yo. Just showing up.
But you know what? That's life too.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's every situation, every situation you can look at positive and negative. That's all there is to it. What the hell you say? Wish I was a
Wish I was a baller. I wish I had it who looked good. I would call her. Oh, oh my God. Anyways, once again, guys, if y'all want to get in the Discord, reach out to Cassie, myself, or Kevin.
Is that two
and
vets
jump
on there
in.
talking?
Where?
Big Daddy? Is that two
No,
vets?
no, 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 no. Girl. My shirt is on. The hell are you talking about? My shirt's been on.
Like I said, you sure it ain't two vets on there talking?
No, no, no. I know who Big Daddy is.
I know I'm fucking with you.
No. Back to what I was saying though, guys. Just remember, you and only you can decide whether or not you're gonna stay in your area, stay stagnant, or if you're gonna grow. Because I'm telling you right now, once again, I'm gonna say it because everyone's heard it. On the other side of failure is what? Success.
Really? I haven't heard of that.
On the other side of failure is success, guys. You got to fail your way to success, and it's gonna suck. It's not gonna be easy. Never meant to be easy.
Fuck
was
no, it's
easy,
hard as shit. It's
Look,
hard as shit.
If it was easy, everyone would do it. So, if you're a parent, you feel like a failure as a parent, just walk up to your kids and ask them for a hug. If they're willing to hug you, guess what? They're going to hug you. Means you're not doing too bad because I know plenty of parents that don't walk up to their kids and hug them. I know plenty of parents
I
that
just
don't.
grip that motherfucker. I just grip that motherfucker and don't let him go. Like, you will hug me no matter what.
Ah,
I don't care if you like it or not.
Hulk smash!
No, so I've taught myself.
Let me see that cup. Let me see that cup. What's on that cup?
I don't fucking do. I've had that thing for like 12 years. It's
Well, I can't see it.
Kentucky Derby cup.
Oh, well, throw that thing away.
I don't even know where the fuck it came from.
But no, guys, and I promise, you may feel like you're doing bad now, but you're doing fine. You haven't gave up. You haven't stepped out. You're still fighting.
If you feel like you're doing bad, then do something better. I mean, I'm not even saying you are doing bad, but if you think you are, do a little better, and you can't help but
Facts. I look at myself in the mirror every day before work and say, "I got this." And that's all you have to do.
Right.
That's all you have to do.
Mine won't pull my finger anymore.
Talk about his kids. So
yeah.
Once again, guys, remember, and by the way, we are gonna soon end the live. But once again, guys, remember, your value in this world is not your money. Your value in this world is what you teach your kids and the people around you. Everyone needs a mentor. Sometimes you're going to have to be someone's mentor. Sometimes you're going to need a mentor. And for that, go ahead and head on over to nocutcards.com and tell your story. There's a spot that you can tell your story. Tell your story. You may be able to save someone.
Yep.
Just
remember, if you can't value yourself, you can't provide value to somebody else.
If you can't value yourself, how the hell are you also going to expect anyone else to value you?
That's right.
Facts.
That's right. 100%.
So with that said, guys, please remember, go over nocutcards.com. Check them out. Also, if y'all wanting some of that Alti Energy specialty, which I know SB can't have it, but everyone else, y'all check out AltiSubs.com. Use code RATPACK for a 10% off your order. So
I'm gonna try some of that. I'm gonna try some of that myself. Actually, I'm gonna give it a shot.
I love that stuff.
Well,
Raz is awesome.
I would expect you to say it tastes like shit.
Look, I don't promote any. I'm gonna tell you right now. I will not promote
anything
I don't like. Listen, this shirt right here, this hoodie right here, was on my Twitch channel for like, I don't know, like a long time. I'm not playing a stupid game for a long time. Repo's a game on Steam, and I'm not gonna play it because it's a horror game, and I'm not about that. Sorry, I'm not about horror games.
No, I saw a repo. I thought I had to go move my car. Go hide him on the phone.
But this is why I did not buy this. I didn't try to push the shirts. This is actually from Stream Elements. Okay, this right here is why. You see how the name's already all war? I haven't had this thing even a year, and the name's already war, guys. So this is why I didn't push my merch. If I don't believe in it, I'm not gonna push it. If I don't think it's good, I'm not going to try to promote it. I'm going to tell you it tastes like shit. If it tastes like shit. But this stuff I actually like. And I'll tell you right now, I've tried W, I've tried GG, I've tried many of them. And so far, the only one I really like is Ulti. And and by the way, they keep trying to get their stuff better. I'm actually a mod in their Discord as well.
I'll try it.
This hoodie. So the problem with this hoodie, Nick, is once again, whoops. Problem with this hoodie is you could tell right here, it's actually all coming apart. So it's like
it's screen printed. It looks like it's screen printed.
Dude, it's I don't know what it is, but it's vinyl. It literally you can just tear it off. It's just vinyl.
Screen printed.
So, and yes, before y'all say anything, yes, my nails are painted. I have 3 little girls.
Yeah, that's what I blame it on too.
Look, I'm just gonna say this: if you have little girls and you ain't ever had your nails polished or had to do a tea party with makeup, you're failing as a dad. I will call you that. Yeah,
Nick, me and you do it all the time.
Look, that's one thing when my kids get older that I'm gonna miss the most is, and you guys are gonna get the blubbery part of me right now.
Oh shit.
I actually have a 5-year-old that I love her dad. She's my sweetheart. But if I get another 5-minute warning, I'm gonna get pissed. I will have this thing going all night.
Funny.
Thank you, mods. But anyways, back to what I'm saying. I have a 5-year-old that I'm missing all this. I'm missing all this with. I really do. I'm missing the daddy daughter dances. I'm missing the makeup parties or whatever you want to call it, dress ups. Tuvets, stop. I can't focus when you're doing that. I got pop-ups going on this screen. If you guys don't know, I have 4 screens on my computer. Okay, and Tuvets is over here messaging me warning shit, and it's really getting annoying.
He's ready to get his fucking exit. His outro. He's ready to do it.
He's gonna wait because I'm not
He's
done.
ready. He's ready to go.
Like I said, I have a 5-year-old daughter. I got to go through all this with my babies here. I have a 5-year-old daughter that I've missed out on that. And she's just like my kids here. That she's my world. She really is. I'm not her biological dad. I really wish I was, but it's my chosen daughter, right? And this goes back to something that I read on Facebook, and I really wanted to put it out there. This is actually kind of something I wanted to say on here. Yeah, Elena, yeah. But no, what I wanted to say is I read a post on Facebook that said, step kids are never treated like real kids, and that's bullshit. If you treat your step kids any different than your real kids, then why the fuck are you even claiming that child? Don't let that child call you dad or mom if you're going to treat them any different than your real kids. Because I'm telling you right now, once you enter into a relationship with a person that has children, you're accepting those responsibilities of that child too. You're expecting, you are expected to accept the responsibilities of those children. If you cannot do that and you cannot treat those children as your own, stay the fuck away from parents. Because I'm going to tell you right now, for me and my kids, those are my life. You don't treat them like you treat me and show me the same respect you treat them, show them the same respect you give me, stay the fuck out of my life. And that's one thing I will give SB is, she has checked on my kids. She has checked on me. But that little girl is my world. Just like my kids, she's my world. So with that said, for whoever posted that shit about step parents not treating their step kids, or in my opinion, my other kids, my bonus children, whatever you want to call it, like their own, I'm living proof that's bullshit. I am living proof that's bullshit because I'm doing everything I fucking can to try to see her. Thank you, Vinny. Or Big, my bad. See, I just put his name right out all on everyone. I apologize, man. Yep, I'm getting my ass kicked tomorrow. It looks like I've got to go download repo and make it. I ain't downloaded Refill. I don't do horror games. But no, and I miss her dearly, SB. You know that. But with that said, I am gonna go ahead and exit stage left. Get Austin up here to give the outro. But I would like to do a call of action from here until the next time we see each other, and that's me and Kevin. I want you guys to focus on what you as a person want to try to do to grow and to become a better you, a better version of you. And I want you to keep focused on that. I don't care if you write it down. I don't care, but you come back to the comments not next week, but in 2 weeks, come back to the comments and let us know. Let us know what you plan to do, or sorry, let me rephrase that. What you've already started to do to become a better version of yourself. I don't give a shit if it's taking classes, if it's praying a little more, taking yourself on a date for your mental health. I don't care if it's reaching out to No Cut Cars and saying, "Hey, I need some mindset coaching," which I don't think he's set up for that. But if he isn't, oh well, we'll figure it out.
I'm always set up. I'm ready for everything.
We're ready. We're ready. You hear that? He's ready. So, with that said, I want you to take the next 2 weeks and I want you to focus on yourself. I want to know that you're good. I want to know that you're ready for that breakthrough. I want to know that you're going to step up and you're going to do what you can do to be a better version of yourself. Because for the next 2 weeks, I'm going to focus more on my personal training and I'm going to focus more on this podcast to make it better, more enjoyable for you guys. And I'm probably going to have to fire a guy that's my co-host because he won't leave me alone about this warning shit.
No.
So,
one more thing with that.
Yeah.
You want to make yourself a better person? Just keep promises to yourself. Big or small.
Yep.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. If you say you're going to get up and go, if you're going to get up and go eat breakfast, like a different breakfast is good, go fucking do it. Every little promise, keep yourself, make you better every day. Promise you. 100% promise you.
And go hug your children. If you got children, go hug your children. If you got grandparents, go hug your grandparents. Call them up. Tell them you love them. Tell them you miss them. Whatever. If you have parents, call them up. Tell them you love them. Give them a hug. And tell them you appreciate the lessons they gave you because those lessons you're going to pass on to your children. And if you don't have children, you're going to wind up passing them on to someone, whether it be your nieces, your nephews. So with that said, me and Kevin are off stage. We're going to go ahead and let Mr. Tuvets take it over. Tuvets, you there?
I sure am.
Oh, there he is.
All right, let's get that outro going. We're out of here. Y'all have a great night.
So we truly had a great show. I do apologize. I was not here on time, but I got to the show about 20 minutes after kickoff, and from what I heard, it was a phenomenal show. I'm going to kind of piggyback off of what Nick has said. Do something to better yourself. I'll actually take it one step further. Between now and the next time that he and Kevin start up their show, do something to step outside the comfort zone. And I do apologize. I was teleporting, and I started shutting everything off. But do something to step out. Do something to step outside of your comfort zone. And I'll tell you, I can't necessarily talk about it right now, but I have a couple auditions coming up, and I am definitely stepping out of my comfort zone for what I'm going to do. And once it's done, I will definitely share what I did, and we'll definitely discuss, my experiences with that. But do something to step outside of your comfort zone, because bettering yourself for tomorrow, or bettering yourself today than you were yesterday, that's the only thing that matters. And like Nick always says, with that being said, We enjoyed seeing you today. Don't forget to be awesome and know you're loved. Until next time.
Abracadabra.